Yo, this Real Talk E. Welcome to the locker room where we talk nothing but basketball. I watched the Lakers and Kings game yesterday. That was the best game of the night. There were 13 games, I think 12 games going on yesterday. And I'm not going to lie to you, all of them were ass except that one game. Why? I mean, you could just tell from the beginning, like just looking at who versus who and what team has what guys playing. It was so terrible. But start off with the Lakers and Kings. This was amazing in terms of like it was a very close game. It was back and forth. There was competition. You see LeBron James went crazy for his team. De'Aaron Fox went crazy for his team. And start off with the Lakers. I'm proud of them. Somehow, some way, they got a win over this team 2 times in a row. But the most amazing thing about this game is that the Lakers did not have their 3-point shot going, which is something that's not uncommon for the Lakers. But the fact that they were able to execute in the mid-range and close shots to the basket, dunks, stuff like that, it really helped them out a lot. Defensively, amazing. Like if you look at Anthony Davis, he only had 10 points. But he had 15 rebounds. He had amazing defense that he played. He had a couple of blocks, and you felt his presence defensively. Like there was times where they would go to the basket, which is the Kings, and AD will alter the shot, or they'll try to dunk on AD or score over AD, and it just would not happen. Like AD would not allow it. There was times where AD's presence caused travels and turnovers, and it just like his defensive effort is there. They just got to find a way to get him going offensively, and if that can happen, and AD is going back to playing to the point where he's averaging 40 points, 50 points for like a 10-game stretch, the Lakers are a threat, especially if you have LeBron James playing the way he played yesterday, which is another thing I'm going to speak about right now. I don't think LeBron can keep this up, which is an issue because the Lakers need him. They need that type of effort from him. They need that type of game from him. And if they don't have that, it's going to be a huge problem for the Lakers because who else do you depend on? The supporting cast is not very supportive. Yesterday it looked like it. And the night before, well, 2 nights before when they played the Kings, it looked like it. But most of the time, the supporting cast is not very supportive. And I like the way they utilize Cam Reddish. They don't look at him to be an offensive threat. They don't look at him to be like a 3-point shooter or anything. It's mostly defensive. I feel like using Cam Reddish in that way can help out a lot. And it makes him look better as a player. And then you go to the bench for the Lakers. Like I said, yesterday they were very supportive. The supporting cast showed up. I think in the beginning of the 4th quarter, the bench had 22 points. They outscored the Kings by 20. I don't exactly know how much they ended up with at the end of the game, but it was amazing. And execution for the Lakers was great. It was fabulous. Then we go to the Kings. And the Kings, I love their fast tempo. I love that they play fast. I love that they are always speeding. I love that they speed with purpose. And they forced 9 turnovers from the Lakers in the first half. But they also struggled with their 3-point shot. Their 3-point shot was non-existent. They had 3 shooters that went 1 for 7. And this was by the 4th quarter. 1 for 7. De'Aaron Fox, amazing. He really tried. He performed at a very high level. And in the first half, when LeBron James was going off, they stayed in the game. 3rd quarter, I believe they held LeBron to like 3 points, 5 points, something like that. I remember he had 21 to end the half, and he only had 25 going into the 4th quarter. So they really, really played amazing defense in the 4th quarter. But 3rd quarter. But they also had a lot of mistakes, especially when it came to like fast break defense. The Lakers' first 11 to 15 points were off a fast break. And in the 3rd quarter, they repeated the same thing. But it looked like the Kings were playing with purpose. They were trying to pack the paint for LeBron. It just, I don't know, it didn't work out exactly how they expected it to. It is LeBron James. He's seen every single defense in the league before. He's seen defenses that Giannis and all of them have just now seen, but LeBron's seen them before they were even in the league. It's hard to really guard LeBron when he wants to get something done. But I like this kind of effort from the Kings. I will say though, fourth quarter, Kings go down by like 10 points and the Lakers go on a crazy run. Amazing comeback from the Kings. They locked in, went on an 8-0 run, cut it down to like, I think, about 2 points, 3 points. They locked in defensively, they locked in offensively, and we get to the last, I think, like 10 seconds. Anthony Davis gets fouled. He misses 2 free throws. And the story of the game was rebounds, turnovers. Instead of getting the rebound, calling a timeout, and shooting a game-tying 3 or something, they lose the rebound to the Lakers. They foul Austin Reeves, and he just put them to bed. It was over. He hit 2 free throws, and it was done. De'Aaron Fox tried. He put up 31 points. He really utilized his scoring, his playmaking, his speed, which he does on a nightly basis. But yesterday was a amazing high level of performance. And then another thing I want to speak about is Keegan Murray. I had so much hope for Keegan Murray. I had like very high expectations. And to be honest with you, I forgot Keegan Murray even still is in the league. Until I watched the Kings, like this game and the game before when they played the Lakers, I was like, yo, Keegan Murray is still playing. And not that I thought he was kicked off the team or he was waived or anything. It's just that I thought he moved on to the bench or something. Like, I thought he was on like DP or something like that. Because I'm like, what's going on? But yesterday he did good. 17 points, I believe it was. I really had some high hopes for him. If you go back and watch old videos in the beginning, I had him as Rookie of the Year. I had him doing a lot in the NBA. And it's been, I think, 3 years. Yeah, I don't know. I expect a lot more. Next game I watch, Cavs, Sixers. I'm tired of the Sixers. Sixers really, like, it looked like they had a chance in the first half. It looked like they were going to force some type of game to happen from going up against the Cavs, but it wasn't that. Joel Embiid didn't play. Obviously, you know, he hasn't played like back-to-back this whole season, so I didn't expect him to play this game. Paul George played. I don't know if it's his first game returning from an injury or whatever, but he played like ass. Tyrese Maxey pretty much did everything. And the rest of the Sixers kind of just tried, but they couldn't. They didn't have enough. The Cavs were overwhelming. And I'm just tired of the Sixers because it's like, no matter who they get on the team to help Joel Embiid, it's the same thing every year. Like, nothing changes damn near. It's the same thing. I come here and I say the same thing about the Sixers every year. You go online and search up anybody speaking about the Sixers. It's the same thing every year. Off season, oh my God, the Sixers are going to be great. Season starts, you realize nothing really changed. And I hate the fact that I sat there and wasted my time watching this game because I should have known nothing was going to change. And then on the Cavs side, amazing game. Honestly, coming off a back-to-back where they played great last night. They come out here, they kind of start very sloppy a little bit in the first quarter. Second quarter, amazing. Evan Mobley was the story of this game. I'm not going to lie to you. Evan Mobley was amazing in this game. Especially the third quarter. It felt like every possession had something to do with Evan Mobley. Whether he defended and got a stop for them, whether he scored, played make, whatever he did, like every possession they had in the third quarter just felt like Evan Mobley had a touch on it. And I know that Darius Garland hit like 6 threes. I know there was a certain point where he was like, I think 7 for 9 shots or 9 for 9 shots. And it looked like he couldn't miss. He had 20 points off of 9 shots, and it was just great to see. But this game was Evan Mobley. It had his name written all over it. It had his handprint all over it. There was no way possible you could sit here and say that the Cavs won this game without Evan Mobley. Donovan Mitchell, he played well, but it looked like he was more human. Expected coming off a back-to-back where he really carried a huge load last time. And he was very, very instrumental to their win against the Bucks. This time, Darius Garland, Evan Mobley kind of, did what they had to do, and they were very instrumental in this win. And that's another thing that's scary about the Cavs is like, who do you guard? I feel like the thing that makes them so great, they have so many different looks. They have 3 ball handlers that get along, that they know how to play with each other, and Caris LeVert, Donovan Mitchell, and Darius Garland. They have 2 centers that are amazing, great. They could play with each other. They could play off each other. They could play individually. And they have great supporting cast too. There's no way to beat this Cavs team. I don't know how the playoffs is going to turn out, but this Cavs team looks amazing. Now let's talk about the Suns. I'm tired. We lost to the Detroit Pistons. The Pistons? I said Keegan Murray. I meant to say Cade Cunningham. I think Keegan Murray had like 13 assists. I think 4 of the 5 starters had double-digit points. And all we had was Kevin Durant, 43-piece that went to waste. And I don't want to hear, Devin Booker was injured. Devin Booker hasn't really been doing shit this whole year. He hasn't been that much of a help. The Suns started so hot. And now it's like reality is kicking in. This looks terrible. This looks like, I don't even know about, like, this looks so horrendous. It's like times where I wish this wasn't the team that we came in the season with. KD, I think, had 240 points back to back. 2 games. Gone to waste. And if you don't think that KD is thinking about that in the back of his head, you're crazy. Nurkic needs to be traded. And I was trying to stay away from saying that for the longest, but Nurkic needs to go. Your center, your 5-man cannot be a bad defender. Your center needs to be able to defend. Somebody got to hold down the paint. Somebody got to protect the rim. Somebody got to do something, some type of defense. Your center should be your anchor defensively. There's no point of Nurkic if he's not doing that. But anyways, yeah, enough of me rambling. Thank you so much for coming out to the locker room. Thank you so much for watching the video. Hope you made it all the way through to the outro. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. This is Real Talk with E, and safety.